All right, guys, working on the cab clamp cylinder. So there's the right side. When I first got this truck, the pump leaked like crazy, and I was able to fix that pretty easily in-house. So as soon as I did that, next weakest link, which was this side, started pouring. Like, you can see that when I jacked up the cab. It still worked. It was a little stiff, but anywho, a couple things. I'll update this, but so you see the hardest part is 3 of the bolts go clear up in the cab, and the ones out here, you can see my finger out in here, that one's the easiest, obviously. So somebody had already been here before, and well, there's 2 of the bolts. Yep, one was a threaded rod, one I still have in there. So I've been running the air hammer, spraying it, beating it. So I'm still working on that. I mean, when you got steel going through aluminum, it's kind of tough to fight. So anyhow, if you open up your side compartment, that's where these bolts are going to be located. So gotta kind of peel this back. So there's the one that's still stuck and the other one's out. And there's one back here. You can see there's an air fitting right there. You got your trailer lights or electric, whatever you want to call it. This is a grain truck, so I don't use them. But yeah, that one, I think I got to move a little bit, but I'll show you the ones on the workbench. Yeah, we're still working on that one. I just cut the end of it off because I can't get a wrench on it because that fitting's in the way. Cut the end off one of those oscillating vibrating tools. Came off pretty easy. It's like grade 3 or grade 5 threaded rod. I tried several times to weld a nut on this end, and it would just keep snapping it off with the Milwaukee, big Milwaukee impact. So I got one more to go. We'll see how that goes. Like I said, I'm still working on it. I'll take care of the workbench here and show you what I got going on with this. So, like I said, I probably should have started this earlier, but so here's the cage with the spring in it. And you see I got C-clamps on both sides to pull it out. So here's the body of it. I'll show you how this works. So I put these C-clamps on so I can get this out. This goes up in here, and right there is a ledge. There's a big snap ring that goes on that. So take that snap ring off. Take snap ring off first. I didn't know how else to get this out. I guess I could have cut the cage and then weld it back together when I was done. But so anyway, so that was on there. And before you get that out too, you got to take the hook out. So this little clevis pin goes in there. That snap ring's on that. Take that snap ring out, pop this pin out, take your hook out the bottom. So the next step was to get this cap off. So several wire brush. I could see some threads. See the old threads right there? So I can see some of the threads. So I knew it unscrewed and stuff I've seen online. So like I said, brush it off, spray it, keep trying with 2 pipe wrenches. So this is a bleeder on one side. You got to unscrew it, again, spray it. And the other side is where your hydraulic line hooks up to. Those came out pretty easy considering this was tough. So after 2 or 3 days of spraying and brushing, we'll put like a 3-foot pipe wrench on this. On here, stuck the pipe wrench in the vise, the handle in the vise. I had a 2-footer on this end, and she finally came loose. You gotta watch not crushing this. So when you pull this out, losing all my stuff here. So when you pull the cap off, the head of this piston sticking out, this snap ring is on the head of it. Not too hateful, get that off, and then this is pushed down through there, okay? So I was leaking out here pretty bad, so I thought my seals, you can see my seals, they don't look bad at all. They're actually pretty good. I thought they were destroyed. The problem was, this pin is destroyed. How that happens, I don't know. Like I said, I got the truck, it was like this, but that was in the bottom. I don't know if that serves any purpose. So it's super light, it's aluminum. it's destroyed. So what I'm going to attempt to do, this is exactly 1 inch in diameter, and if I push the good side down in there, it actually seals real tight on that thing. I'm not going to do that, but it seals real tight on it. So what I'm going to do, I cut the other side off. I got 1 inch steel clevis pins for like a cylinder that's already got that notch in it. This is about, I think, 2.7 inches long. I just cut it off. I'm going to put it in the lathe and clean up the end and put a slight bevel on the end, as you can see there. And I'm going to try to use that versus that aluminum one and put it back together. I think it'll work. Again, I'll continue this video once I get all that done, but here, that's where I'm at so far. So get it off the truck. Like I said, these 3 came out. I just took a Sawzall in here and cut that other one off that's still stuck in the truck. Hook off, which is this snap ring. Pop the pin, hook drops out the bottom. This big snap ring goes in that groove right there to keep it, because it goes underneath. Take that snap ring off, and then unscrew this from here when it's still in that. So we had this whole thing on the bench. Get this unscrewed. Then once you're in that, like I said, you could probably, if you're any good with, which I thought about later, I could cut this top off, pop this top without compressing these springs. Now this C-clamp trick works. It wasn't real hateful. You just gotta be careful. Of course, have a big enough vise to chuck it up in, but that's where we're at right now. Once I get this new pin made, I'll put it back together, and I guess we'll see what happens. All right, so we got it done. It does look wet in there, but it's not leaking. We jacked it up and down several times, so that's done. And then that's what the long bolts look like coming out. And you can see where the aluminum is steel. You got to get grease or USCs up in there when you put nails on that to drill that one out. But anyway, any questions, comment, I can answer them.